And welcome back to Central Greenbrier Little League Field here in Greenbrier, West Virginia, where we are getting set for our second elimination game of tonight between the Fairmont All-Stars and the Logan All-Stars. Chris Kidd here with you, Butch Mounts, our engineer, and Brian Shepard, our statistician and graphic organizer. Again, the winner of this game will face Mineral County in our third elimination game tonight. The loser will go home, so it's all on the line tonight for Fairmont and Logan. We'll be back right after this for first pitch as you are watching the 2020 Little League State Tournament with us right here on Video Productions.
As a member of the military, a military family, or a veteran, the last thing you should have to worry about is your prescriptions. At your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, we'll transfer your prescriptions for you with no interruptions in service. Our pharmacists will be there to help answer questions and share tips and advice with a friendly, knowledgeable smile. And we're not going anywhere. We welcome military personnel and their families. Transfer your prescriptions today. Griffith & File Drugstore and Soda Fountain, 1405 Chestnut Street, Canova. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Are your kids playing in a real Little League? Little League is the world's largest and most respected youth sports program with nearly 2.4 million children and more than 1 million volunteers in dozens of countries around the world. Little League includes baseball and softball programs for kids ages 4 to 16. There's the Challenger Division program for kids with physical and mental challenges too. For those adults interested in starting a genuine Little League in your area, assistance is available from Little League International in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. For more information on Little League, visit Little League website at www.littleleague.org.
No child in our community should have to go hungry, but it happens every day. That's why the Food Shack is traveling across our area to stop hunger among community kids. The mission is simple: feed as many kids as possible with free hot meals 5 days a week. There's no questions asked and no catch. If your child is hungry and needs something to eat, the Food Shack will provide them with a meal. Visit our Facebook page to find out where the Food Shack is going next.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100-plus stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd here with you as we are getting set for first pitch here today for the second elimination game. As Logan getting set to come to bat, let's run through their lineup real quick. As leading off will be Noah Vance, the shortstop. Batting second will be Ivan Miller, the pitcher. Then you have Alton Ellis, the catcher, batting third. Batting cleanup is Adam Bason, the first baseman. Batting fifth is Bentley Williamson, the third baseman. In the sixth spot is Addix Martin, the right fielder. Batting seventh is Jace Wolf, the second baseman. In the eighth spot is Crew Blankenship, the center fielder. And rounding out the lineup will be Kevin Farmer, the left fielder. As music on the mound, music on the mound for Fairmont in this ball game. And quickly 2-0 the count to Noah Vance. Vance rips one to right field, and that one's going to get him for a hit as it lands right in front of Woodman. And the leadoff man on, and Noah Vance has been very productive in this state tournament. He's 4 of 8, now 5 of 9, with 2 doubles, 3 singles, 2 fielder's choices, a line out and a strikeout, and an RBI. So he gets Logan off to the right start here in the top of the first, and now that'll bring up Ivan Miller. Miller was batting cleanup in the first 2 games, but now they've moved him to the number 2 spot. There's a strike in from Music, 0-1. Miller's 0 for 4 in this state tournament with 4 strikeouts and 3 walks with an RBI as he walked with the bases loaded one game. Swing and a miss on that curveball outside, 0-2. Again, Logan defeated Billington on Saturday 9-3 before falling to Sophia yesterday 10-5. 10 up in this spot. Here comes the 0-2 from Music. Misses outside, low and away. Nice stop by Lynn. So 1-2 the count. Fairmont was up 10-5 in the bottom of the 5th inning against Mineral County before Mineral County scored 6 runs to upset them 11-10 in a game that Fairmont had led the entire way as Miller lifts it into right field down the line, and that's going to be gone! A 2-run blast for Ivan Miller And what a time to break out of his slump. After striking out 4 times in this tournament, he has now given Logan an early 2-0 lead here in this second elimination game of the day. As you see it here on our replay, just pulverized that to right field. And that ball got up and out quickly. And we are right next to the Logan section right now, and you can hear the excitement from their fans. Again, this is a group that won the state tournament in 2017. A lot of those players actually here today to watch some of their brothers and some of their younger friends here in this game, and I even saw them before the game started. We're giving the players a pep talk, trying to get them fired up, and it appears so far it's worked. So now Alton Ellis stands in, swing and a miss at a breaking pitch, 0-2. Ellis is 3 for 6 in the tournament thus far. Had a home run yesterday, a double, a single. He struck out twice, grounded out, and walked, but he's got 5 RBIs to lead Logan in the tournament thus far. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Another great breaking pitch there by Music in order to get the first out of the inning. Again, Miller on the mound today for Logan. And even some of the people from Logan, we hadn't seen him pitch yet, but they said, wait till you get a chance to see him pitch. And he'll need all the help he can get today against this very formidable and offensive lineup from Fairmont. As Adam Bason stands in, 1 ball and no strikes. Bason 3 of 6 in this tournament as well. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Bason 3 singles along with a strikeout, a ground out, and a fielder's choice. He has 3 RBIs for Logan. Swing and a miss is Music. That's a nasty breaking pitch he's got to that outer half. He's been going to that primarily here thus far. We saw Music in very limited action pitching earlier this week. And the umpire stopping play for a moment. Apparently something in the Logan dugout that they needed to get fixed. Again, something with the bats and the helmets, you're not allowed to have those until you go out there, so the umpire just fixing that. There's another great curveball by Music as the bottom just drops out of it, and swinging strike 3 for Basin. So Music, great job of settling down after Noah Vance singled and Ivan Miller blasted a 2-run home run to start this game. He's come back with back-to-back strikeouts, and that'll bring up Bentley Williamson. Williamson 1 for 7 in this tournament. Had a 2-run RBI double in the first game and struck out 3 times, hit into a fielder's choice, grounded out, popped out, and has walked. And Bentley's brother was on that state championship winning team for Logan in 2017. Just still the best Little League team that I've seen come through West Virginia since I've been announcing games for about the last 13 years. And again, that was just my own personal experience in that regard. But that team was just something special, as they were just dominant all through district play and state play that year. 2-1 the count to Williamson, swing and a miss at a high fastball that time. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the winner of this game still has to come back and play right after this against Mineral County. And that one misses low, 3-2. So you see Fairmont using one of their better pitchers, Logan using one of their better pitchers in this game too. As we said, the strategy changes at this stage, and Music strikes out the side after giving up a single and a 2-run blast to Ivan Miller, but Logan holds the lead 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Back after this break as you are watching the 2020 Little League State Tournament with us right here live on Video Productions.
As a member of the military, a military family, or a veteran, the last thing you should have to worry about is your prescriptions. At your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, we'll transfer your prescriptions for you with no interruptions in service. Our pharmacists will be there to help answer questions and share tips and advice with a friendly, knowledgeable smile. And we're not going anywhere. We welcome military personnel and their families. Transfer your prescriptions today. Griffith and File Drugstore and Soda Fountain, 1405 Chestnut Street, Canova. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia. But what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100-plus stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Bottom of the first inning we head as Fairmont coming to the plate after Logan scores 2 in the top of the first. Chris Kidd with you, Brian Shepard, our graphic organizer and statistician, with Butch Mounts, our engineer. So let's run through Fairmont's lineup as Owen Music will lead things off, the opposing pitcher, followed by Case Lynn, the catcher. Batting third will be the right fielder Tanner Woodman. Batting cleanup will be Deshaun Floyd, the first baseman. In the 5 spot is Brady Bledsoe, the shortstop. Batting sixth is Carter Mcknight, the third baseman. In the 7th spot is Larry Nichols, the second baseman. Landon Jones, the left fielder, batting 8th. And rounding out the lineup will be Colby Van Gilder, the center fielder. As River McLean and Garrett Bosley coming off the bench for this Fairmont All-Star Club. That pitch misses low, 1-0. Gabe Goldie, Landon Hall, and Owen Bryant coming off the bench for Logan. Coaches for Logan, Doug Williamson, Les Goldie, Joe Wolf, league president Les Goldie, and the DA is Mike Vickers. As there's strike one in from Miller, evens up the count. And again, unfortunately, we don't have the coaches for Fairmont. But if we do get them, we'll make sure we pass those along. There's a swing and a miss as Miller pumps in a fastball. Has Music 3 for 6 in this tournament. He has 2 singles, a double, 2 strikeouts, a ground out, and was hit by a pitch in his plate appearances thus far. That one foul back into the screen by Music. And we mentioned that Fairmont had lost to Mineral County 11-10 in that wild affair on Saturday night, but they were able to come back yesterday in a great pitcher's duel between Burdett of Central Greenbrier and Floyd of Fairmont. The game was scoreless through 3 innings before finally Fairmont was able to get into it. And there's a nasty curveball by Miller, swung on and missed by Music for out number 1. So Miller's gotten the better of Music both times now. Homered off of him in the top of the first and now strikes him out here in the bottom of the first inning. And both these pitchers, just great breaking stuff that we've seen so far. Miller was able to jump on a fastball by Music. There's a strike in to Case Lynn, 0-1. Lynn 2 for 5 in the tournament with 2 doubles. Twice he reached on an error, was hit by a pitch and hit a sacrifice fly. He's got 4 RBIs in the tournament. That fastball misses outside, 1-1. Yeah, yesterday Deshaun Floyd just did it all. Came back, I mean, he just mixed his pitches up so well with off-speed stuff, breaking stuff, fastballs. Held Central Greenbrier to just 4 hits on the evening. There's strike 2 right on the outside corner. And then in the later innings, after he'd gotten out of a bases-loaded jam and held a 3-1 lead, Floyd hit a 3-run home run to basically put that game away and move Fairmont into this game. That pitch misses inside, 2-2. Miller looking over towards the Fairmont side here. Now he comes set. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one skips in and misses low. Now the count runs full. So Miller, who's got a big arm, we've seen it behind home plate, now using it on the mound here. Here comes a big 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 as Lynn tardy on that fastball and strikes out for back-to-back strikeouts to start the bottom of the first inning. So we saw Music strike out the side after he gave up the 2-run home run to Miller last inning. Miller trying to oblige the same here in the bottom of the first as Tanner Woodman comes to the plate. He's 2 for 6 in this tournament. First pitch slapped foul to the right, 0-1. Woodman has 2 singles, 2 strikeouts, a line out, a pop out, and a sacrifice fly, along with an RBI for Fairmont. Again, yesterday for Logan was just an uncharacteristic game for them. Sophia played very well in order to win that game 10-5. Logan, though, helped out with 4 errors in the field. That breaking ball misses low, 1-1. Like we said, something you don't see very often. It happens to the best of teams in any situation. And I said Fairmont, uncharacteristic of them that they dropped a 10-5 lead in the bottom of the 5th inning. So I'm sure both teams lamenting that had happened in that situation. There's a fastball, swing and a miss, 1-2. But we've talked about it all week. All 8 of these teams very well matched up. And anytime one team's made a mistake, the other has made them pay. And now Miller looking to strike out the side here, a 1-2 count against Woodman. Strike 3 swinging, and Ivan Miller with an emphatic opening salvo here in the bottom of the 1st inning as Logan takes a 2-0 lead into the top of the 2nd. We'll be back after this as you're watching the 2020 West Virginia Little League State Tournament with us right here on Video Productions.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
As a member of the military, a military family, or a veteran, the last thing you should have to worry about is your prescriptions. At your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, we'll transfer your prescriptions for you with no interruptions in service. Our pharmacists will be there to help answer questions and share tips and advice with a friendly, knowledgeable smile. And we're not going anywhere. We welcome military personnel and their families. Transfer your prescriptions today. Griffith & File Drugstore and Soda Fountain, 1405 Chestnut Street, Canova. Health Mart, caring for you and
Top of the 2nd inning, we had Logan leading at 2-0 after the single by Noah Vance and the 2-run blast by Ivan Miller. Chris Kidd with you, Butch Mounts, our engineer, with Brian Shepard, our graphic organizer and statistician this week from Greenbrier, West Virginia, in this 2020 edition of the state tournament. First pitch from Music misses low to Addix Martin, 1-0. And again, there is no play beyond this. Again, they canceled the Williamsport Little League tournament this year, canceled district play after the fact, but great job by the people here at the Greenbrier putting this on such short notice. Again, normally it takes pretty much all year to plan one of these events, and they did it in about a week's time. As there's a swing and a miss by Martin, 1-2. We appreciate all the help that they've given us and allowing us to be here, along with Griffith & File, our presenting sponsor of this tournament this week. 1-2, strike 3 on the outside corner as Martin now 1 for 4 in the tournament. So he had a single. That's the 2nd time he struck out in the tournament and grounded out in his other occasion, along with an RBI. But now Owen Music really settling in here after Logan came out blitzing him right off the bat. He's come back with 4 straight strikeouts ever since then. You even heard a lot of people around the Fairmont side talking about what just a gifted athlete Music is. He's normally the shortstop for this ball club, and he just is one of those kids that no matter where you put him, he's going to be able to be successful, and he's been one of the better athletes in this tournament thus far. As Jace Wolf swinging and missing, falls mine 0 for 2 now. Wolf 0 for 5 in this tournament. 2 ground outs, a pop out, 2 strikeouts, and was hit by a pitch. There's strike 3 as Owen Music humming along now. He has put down 5 straight Logan batters ever since the Miller 2-run home run. Now that'll bring up Crew Blankenship. Blankenship 0 for 2 in this tournament. Popped out and struck out, walked and had a sacrifice bunt. That's 27 pitches now. 28 pitches, excuse me, as it's 1-0 to the Logan center fielder. That one right down Broadway for strike 1. You can kind of see both sides trying to use more of a pitch count against these two, as that one slapped towards the right side. That's going to get through into right field for a hit. So Crew Blankenship breaks up the string of 5 straight strikeouts by Owen Music. Send things now to the number 9 hitter, Kevin Farmer. That time he was able to sit on that fastball and put it right between Nichols and Floyd into right field. Gives Logan a 2-out base runner with Kevin Farmer coming to the plate. Farmer 1 for 2. He singled, struck out, and walked in these 2 games thus far. Made a couple of really nice plays out in right field for Logan as well defensively, as that went in for a strike, 0-1. Like we said, these are 2 of the better pitchers on each roster, maybe the best pitchers on each roster, going against each other in this elimination game. There's strike 2 swinging. Again, I say maybe because I haven't been around these teams all year long, but you do see probably the 2 of the better athletes on both their sides going at each other today. And Owen Music strikes out the side for the second straight inning as he goes 1-2-3 on Farmer. In between that, a hit by Blankenship, but no harm done for Fairmont as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Logan still leads it 2-0. You're watching the 2020 Little League State Tournament with us right here on Video Productions. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd here with you as we are in our second elimination game of the day. Earlier today, Mineral County eliminated Boone Northern 16-0 in 3 innings. So they will be the team that one of these 2 faces later on tonight in the final elimination game of the day. Again, 4 of these teams started out, but there will only be 1 remaining at the end of this evening as Deshaun Floyd stands in. Now the count evens up at 1-1 as a pair of breaking balls start things out. Floyd 3 of 7 in this tournament. Had that 3-run home run yesterday, 2 singles, 3 strikeouts, and a ground out. 3 RBIs for Floyd in the tournament. As we said, he pitched a masterpiece yesterday against Central Greenbrier to keep Fairmont alive in this tournament. 2-1 now the count. And again, the pitching staffs of both sides going to be very strained at the end of tonight, trying to get their way through this. And you see both sides going with probably their most reliable pitchers in this contest. There's a swing and a miss, 2-2. So some may think, well, what about the next game? Well, again, you got to get through this one to get to the next one. And both these teams, 2 of the better teams in this tournament, having to knock one or the other out before this is over with here this evening. That one misses inside. That runs the count full now at 3-2 to Floyd. As Floyd fights it off towards the right side and out of play. That was pitch 21 for Miller thus far. 33 for Music through 2 innings of work. And 85 is the maximum amount that you can throw in a game before having to leave. There's another strikeout as Ivan Miller gets Floyd to chase the high heat. And there's 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning. 4 batters, 4 strikeouts for Ivan Miller against this very imposing Fairmont offensive lineup. Now that'll bring up Brady Bledsoe. Bledsoe 3 of 6 in the tournament. Had a solo home run against Mineral County. 2 singles, a pop out, a fly out, reached on an error and walked. He's got 4 RBIs in this tournament thus far. Fastball misses high and tight, 1-0. Miller rocks and fires. Fastball swung on and missed by Bledsoe. Evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. See Miller still working on his release point here. He's been coming inside a little bit. May not want that to be his location. Let's see. Oh, and that one just a filthy curveball there by Miller. I thought it was a fastball when it left his hands. And then the bottom just fell completely out of that pitch. So he gets ahead of Bledsoe now 1-2. Could this be the 5th punch out in a row for Miller to start this game? And a ball is not left home plate yet for Fairmont minus any foul balls. And it won't here either. Another curveball swung on and missed for strike 3. It's Ivan Miller and Owen Music putting on a pitching clinic right now. But it's Miller that has the edge off of his own 2-run home run. Right now he's going for a Steve Nebraska performance, if anyone remembers the movie The Scout. Again, just struck out everybody and hit a home run each time he was at the plate. Right now Miller on that trajectory, and here he comes back with a strike. 0-1 quickly to Carter Mcknight. Mcknight 3 for 6 in this tournament. 2 singles, a double, 2 strikeouts, and a flyout to go along with 3 RBIs. So he's been involved in quite a few big plays for Fairmont in these games thus far, whether it be at the plate or in the field. Now Miller readies himself. Here comes the 0-1. There's a fastball, catches the outside corner, and quickly works himself ahead 0-2. Now Miller looking to answer Music once again by striking out the side. Music's done it twice. Miller did it in the bottom of the first. Now he's 1 strike away from doing it again here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Breaking ball swung on, and that one is into the left field for a hit. So there's the first hit of the game. Mcknight's going to go for second. The throw in gets away. And Mcknight will hold there at second base. Good hustle by Carter Mcknight that time as he ripped that one into left field and able to dig it out for a 2-out double. And that will now bring up Larry Nichols. He was able to catch a curveball that time, did a great job staying on his back foot and waiting on it, and able to drive that into the outfield. Now that'll bring up Larry Nichols, who's 1 for 5 in the tournament and has a double, 2 strikeouts, hit into a fielder's choice and reached on an error. There's a nice pitch, get ahead, 0-1. And if anything, if you're Fairmont, just seeing the bat hit the ball, just to realize that Ivan Miller isn't invincible right now, has to be a big boost to your confidence. There's a swing and a miss, 0-2. So now the big hoss looking for the 3rd out here. Again, he struck out all 5 of his outs thus far. Looking for number 6 yet again here. This one chopped back up the middle, and that's through into center field for a hit. That's going to get by. Here comes the runner to the plate, and Fairmont is on the board here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. A pair of 2-out hits has cut the Logan lead in half here. I believe that'll be a single with a fielding error on top of that, as that was just a hard hit ball, a chopper right back up the middle. Again, Blankenship was able to slow it down but got by out in the outfield, so that will be a single for Nichols. And then moving on to second after the fact. Now Landon Jones, 1 for 2 in this tournament, single and a strikeout in his 2 at bats. This one lifted into the screen, and that'll actually be scored a double for Nichols instead. Probably the right call. Again, that was a tough play for Blankenship to try and get to out in the outfield. So I like they end up scoring that a double instead. Swing and a miss by Jones. Count now at 1-2 as the runner moves over. Now Miller's been at 2 strikes on the last 2 batters, but hasn't been able to retire them. Now here comes the 3rd attempt. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Miller puts the inning to bed, but not before Fairmont picks up a pair of doubles and an RBI from Larry Nichols to cut the lead in half. It's now 2-1 as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. Back after this as you're watching the 2020 West Virginia Little League State Tournament right here on Video Productions. Top of the 3rd inning we head with Logan leading Fairmont 2-1 in our 2nd elimination game of the day. Chris Kidd here with you from Central Greenbrier Little League Field. Butch Mounts, our engineer. Brian Shepard, our statistician and graphic organizer. Again, Miller almost on his way. But almost ended up getting out of that inning unscathed as he had struck out the first 2 batters, but then doubles by Mcknight and Nichols ended up getting Fairmont on the board for the first time, but Music and Miller have both struck out all 6 of their outs here in the game thus far, and now things get back to the top of the order for Logan. They got 3 hits off of Music first time through the order, and one of those was Noah Vance. Swing and a miss on that curveball, 0-1. Again, Music had a stretch where he struck out 5 straight batters earlier. There's a strike on the outside corner, and Music again quickly gets ahead 0-2. There's swing and a miss, strike 3, and Music continuing to utilize that curveball very effectively as that's strikeout number 7 as he and Music continue, or him and Miller rather, continue to go back and forth on the mound now. That'll bring up Ivan Miller. Again, had that 2-run home run. That was his first hit of this 2020 Little League State Tournament. Had been batting cleanup. They moved him to the 2 spot today, and it looks like it made a difference right off the bat. Music again peppering that outside corner of the plate. 0-1 the count. That one misses a little outside. First ball I think he's thrown this inning. Music's been very efficient thus far. Curveball misses a little high as it comes into the zone. Now the count moves to 2-1 with 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. This one chopped down third base side, but foul territory, so Music evens up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And you see some of the Mineral County players now back here at the ballpark. And they'll be playing the winner of this one probably about 30 minutes at the conclusion of this game. Strike 3 called. Music, after using the curveball so effectively, comes back with a fastball that time and freezes Miller for the second out of the inning. That's 41 pitches now for Music as he gets ready to face Alton Ellis, who is his first strikeout victim of the day. Back in the first inning, there he goes back to the breaking ball, 0-1. That one misses outside and skips away, so the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike to Ellis. As we said yesterday, he had a big game for Logan at the plate with 3 hits, including a solo home run in their loss to Sophia. Fastball misses high, 2 balls and a strike now to Logan's catcher. And Ellis taking Miller's spot for the day with Miller pitching. Now Music for the first time has fallen behind 3-1. I think it's the first 3-ball count that he's had in this ball game. Miller's had 1 that ran full thus far. Swing and a miss. And that'll bring count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. I believe he fooled Ellis that time. Ellis probably thought he was going to get a fastball from Music, but Music came back with the curve instead. So let's see what he does here. He went with fastball on Miller with 2 strikes a moment ago. Does here as well and freezes Alton Ellis the same as he did Ivan Miller. So once again, Owen Music strikes out the side. 9 strikeouts through 3 innings of work, but the 2-run home run from Ivan Miller still the difference in this game as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning to see if Ivan Miller can match him strikeout for strikeout again. You're watching the 2020 Little League State Tournament with us right here on Video Productions.
Are your kids playing in a real Little League? Little League is the world's largest and most respected youth sports program with nearly 2.4 million children and more than 1 million volunteers in dozens of countries around the world. Little League includes baseball and softball programs for kids ages 4 to 16. There's the Challenger Division program for kids with physical and mental challenges too. For those adults interested in starting a genuine Little League in your area, assistance is available from Little League International in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. For more information on Little League, visit Little League website at www.littleleague.org.
No child in our community should have to go hungry, but it happens every day. That's why the Food Shack is traveling across our area to stop hunger among community kids. The mission is simple. Feed as many kids as possible with free hot meals 5 days a week. There's no questions asked and no catch. If your child is hungry and needs something to eat, the Food Shack will provide them with a meal. Visit our Facebook page to find out where the Food Shack is going next.
Bottom of the 3rd inning. Chris Kidd with you. Butch Mounts, our engineer. With Brian Shepard, our statistician and graphic organizer. As Colby Van Gilder will lead things off for Fairmont. And now it looks like we've had an issue with a couple of parents here. And right now the umpire is trying to fix that right now. Again, there was a Fairmont parent that's come over into the Logan area. And now they have the tournament director coming over telling them that they have to clear it out. And so now it looks like everybody's going to go back to their proper sides here. And so you got two very excitable fan bases going against each other here. And now, thankfully, it seems like things have been settled as Miller goes back to work against Van Gilder. Van Gilder 1 for 4 in this tournament with a single, a strikeout, and a walk. Now Miller ready to go here, squaring a bunt as Van Gilder, but he pulls back, 0-2 the count. As Miller has 6 strikeouts, Music with 9 strikeouts. Could this be number 7 coming up? This is high with that fastball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. This will complete the first time through the order for Miller. Logan got 3 hits off of Music despite the 9 strikeouts thus far. And there's strikeout number 7. And Miller had been perfect through the first 5 batters of the game. Then the double by Carter Mcknight and the double by Larry Nichols got a run across for Fairmont. Now things go back to the top of the order. And Owen Music up to the plate. As we said, struck out to start the game. Breaking pitch swung on and missed, 0-1. And now Miller up to 41 pitches. Music at 47 pitches through 3 innings. As we said, 85 is the limit, and there's strike 2 on Music as he gets ahead of him quickly. So that may be the best hope right now for either side, is that Music or Miller get 85 pitches at this juncture, because right now, even though both teams have scored, these pitchers have been in complete control of this contest thus far, as that pitch misses low to Music, 1-2. And like we said, the winner of this game, the reward is to get to come right back and play against another formidable club from Mineral County. And Music just staying alive there on that breaking ball, 1-2 remains. Again, the only 2 teams not in play today, Cerrito Canova and Sophia, they'll play in the finals of the winners bracket tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And 8 out of the last 10 pitches for Miller have been strikes. He's been pounding the zone. Here comes a 1-2, and he strikes out Music again with the high heat. Again, still not a put out in the field for either club in this game. It's just been an unbelievable set of dueling banjos here from these 2 clubs. 9 strikeouts for Music, 8 now for Miller. They've struck out the side on both sides, and now it'll be Case Lynn coming back up, who struck out. Now a little bit of a delay here as Logan comes to meet at the mound. Now ready to go back to action. Again, Case Lynn has a pair of doubles in this tournament. Good eye that time. It was a nice pitch by Miller, but able to lay off of it is Lynn, 1-0. Strike 1 on the outside corner, 1-1. Mineral County eliminating Boone Northern 16-0 in our first game today. Started at 4 o'clock. We're down to 5 teams. We'll be down to 4 after this game, and we'll be down to 3 by the end of tonight. And as we said, Cerrito Canova, along with Sophia, will play to see who gets into the championship round tomorrow at 6. Whoever loses that game will play whoever comes out of the losers bracket tomorrow evening. And then it's a winner-take-all final, we were told. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count, or actually goes that strike 3. It gets away. They throw down to first and in time to Bason. And 9 strikeouts now. Yeah, again, I thought that was just 2 strikes as well, and I think the home plate umpire now fixing that. So that was only strike 2. I guess Lynn got confused on the pitch count, or what the pitch count was that time, and just darted off. Still heads up by Ellis to throw down there just in case. That is strike 2, and this will be pitch number 50 for Ivan Miller. Swing and a miss as he went around on that check swing And an unbelievable pitching matchup going on now. 9 strikeouts for Music, 9 strikeouts for Miller, and Logan leading it 2-1 as we head to the second half of this ball game. You are watching the 2020 Little League State Tournament with us right here live on Video Productions. Two to one, Logan leads it as we move into the top of the fourth inning. Chris Kidd with you, Butch Mounts our engineer, Brian Shepard, our graphic organizer and statistician. And this 2020 Little League State Tournament brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Griffith & File. Since 1892, bringing you all your needs from the area and also helping with sponsoring youth sports over this long period of time, and we really appreciate them helping us bring you all this action this week here on Video Productions. As Owen Music now goes back to work, he'll deal with the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for Logan. It's 1-1 to Adam Bason. Misses in the dirt, 2-1. Bason struck out in the first inning. You gotta wonder, can this continue from Music and Miller right now? Again, all 9 outs on both sides have come via the strikeout. There still has not been one putout in the field on either side. Again, Fairmont has 2 hits. Logan has 3 hits. But every out that's been recorded has been through strikeouts. Neither side has walked a batter yet. There's a great curveball. Again, gets Bason out in front. And Music has done a wonderful job mixing that up whenever the 2 times it's been 3-1. Logan batter's thinking fastball, and he comes back with the curveball. There's strike 3 on the outside corner, and this is just incredible to watch right now. The pitching from both these two has just been outstanding. That is now 10 strikeouts on the game, and again, just the control of Owen Music and Ivan Miller has been something to behold here tonight. Now to be Bentley Williamson. This one hit on the infield towards second, fielded there, thrown over to first as Nichols able to make the play over to Floyd in time for out number 2. So there it finally breaks the string of putouts via the strikeout on both sides as Williamson was able to put that one in play. And you're kind of half wondering if the ball gets put into play here, would the infield or outfield be awake to notice it? As these pitchers just overpowered both batting lineups so far. There's a strike in. As Landon Hall now batting in place of Addix Martin. Hall 0 for 1 in this tournament with a pop out and a walk. That one fouled back into the screen by Hall, 0-2. Music looking for a quick 1-2-3 inning here. This would be big for him if he's looking to try and make it to the distance. That's 56 pitches for him. As we said, 85 is the limit. This is a little high with that fastball, 1-2. Right now, Miller stands at 49 pitches. Swing and a miss on a curveball, strike 3. And Music with another 1-2-3 inning. He's now got 11 strikeouts for the game. Now here comes Ivan Miller looking to match right back. Bottom of the 4th inning we head as you are watching the 2020 Little League State Tournament with us right here on Video Productions. Go, Logan! Ooh. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Logan clinging to a 2-1 lead. Chris Kidd here with you as there's a fastball swung on a miss, 0-1. As you look through the first, or look at the pitching lineup here again, 58 pitches for Owen Music, 40 strikes, 18 balls for Miller, 36 strikes and 14 balls through 50 pitches. They have just been pounding the strike zone, and right now both sets of hitters just completely befuddled by what they're seeing. Again, it was back-to-back doubles by Mcknight and Nichols that broke up the monotony for Fairmont. And then it was the 2-run home run in the first inning by Ivan Miller that gave Logan their runs. Other than that, it's been Miller and Music just back and forth in this game. That fastball misses high, 1-2. Again, Music finally broke up his perfect string of strikeouts, but he did pick up 2 of the 3 last innings. He's got 11. Miller has 9 and 1 strike away from number 10 here on Tanner Goodman, who struck out in the first inning. And he strikes out to start the 4th inning. Miller overpowering with that fastball as he's dealing with the heart of this order this inning. And now the batter will be Deshaun Floyd, who struck out to start the 2nd inning. Again, the pitching lines in this game just been gaudy to look at. Just unbelievable how efficient these two have been. Neither pitcher has walked a batter yet either. Miller reached 3 balls one time in an at-bat, and it was against Floyd his first time through before he struck him out on a high heater. Music's only reached 3 balls twice in an at-bat thus far. Curveball drops in for a strike, 1-1. And again, these two just have such great control of their pitches. Music maybe has a little better control on his curveball, but Miller definitely more with his fastball. But boy, as soon as I say that, look at what Miller brings in. And Miller's just absolutely, the bottom and the string is pulled on that, but the bottom just drops completely out of it. It looks like it's coming in as a fastball, and then it just falls completely off the table just like that. Now the count at 2-2. So like I said, you're not going to go wrong going with either one of these two pitchers in any situation. Now looking for strikeout number 11 to match Music right here, and yes, it is, I believe. Yes, strike 3. And Miller continues his domination here tonight. 11 strikeouts and 11 putouts here in this game. Now it's Brady Bledsoe standing in, who also struck out tonight in his first plate appearance against Miller. See here, Floyd tried to hold up. May have, but it may have been a strike anyway. Now a little bit of delay in getting the batter out here. Again, McLean and Bosley have yet to hit for Fairmont off the bench, and for Logan, they had Hall hit last inning. Goldie and Bryant still yet to hit. But Bledsoe, they're definitely going to have him hit in this spot. With 4 RBIs he's put up in this tournament thus far. That one misses inside. And this seemed to be the same spot that Miller attacked him in last time, was on the inner half, and now Miller looking for something here. I'm not sure if he's talking to his own dugout or to his catcher, as Ellis now goes through the signs. That one misses low, and now it's 2-0. So this rare occasion that Miller has fallen behind in an at-bat, as he's now reached 61 pitches. So he has 24 remaining in this game. If you're Music and Miller, trying to make every one of those count right now. 42 strikes to 19 balls for Miller. There's ball 3. It's only the second time now that Miller has fallen behind 3-0, or has fallen behind to 3 balls in an account. So this could be the first walk of the game from either pitcher, and there Bledsoe doing the old try and throw you off by wiggling the bat at home plate trick, but it doesn't work there, as Miller just pumps in a fastball for a strike, 3-1. If I'm Bledsoe, I'm probably taking again here. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Right now, it's like I said, it seems like the only hope on either side is if you can just get these 2 to 85 pitches and get them out of this game. And now Miller has come back to a 3-2 count. Let's see what he comes with here. Ball 4 outside. Like we said, that's a big walk. Not just because it's the first of the game, but that's going to force Miller now to face another batter. And he's down to just 20 pitches left in this game. Now that brings up, see if this will be Carter Mcknight or not. It does appear that it is still Mcknight into batting, and he doubled off of Miller earlier this game. Snap throw to first by Ellis, not in time as they tried to catch Bledsoe leaning off. Again, Mcknight doubled into left field. That was the first hit given up of the game by Miller, and then it was Nichols that doubled into center field right after that to get Fairmont on the board. Now the count at 1-1 strike. Again, Music with 11 strikeouts, Miller with 11 strikeouts. But Fairmont with a runner at first. Swing and a miss on a high heater, 1-2. So Miller looking for a baker's dozen on this pitch. This time is called. Now Miller back on the bump, ready to go. Could the inning end right here? Swing and a miss, strike 3 as he puts Mcknight away. And that is now 12 strikeouts for Ivan Miller through 4 innings of work, but he may be heading into his last inning of work in the 5th. It's still Logan in the lead, 2-1 as we go to the top of the 5th inning. You're watching the 2020 West Virginia Little League State Tournament with us right here on Video Productions. Ooh.
The military, a military family, or a veteran, the last thing you should have to worry about is your prescriptions. At your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, we'll transfer your prescriptions for you with no interruptions in service. Our pharmacists will be there to help answer questions and share tips and advice with a friendly, knowledgeable smile. And we're not going anywhere. We welcome military personnel and their families. Transfer your prescriptions today. Griffith & File Drugstore and Soda Fountain, 1405 Chestnut Street, Canova. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
As you see the line score through the first 4 innings, a lot of zeros on that board, and that's thanks to Ivan Miller and Owen Music. And again, both teams able to break through at different times. Logan's was on the first 2 batters of the game. Again, it seemed like Logan might be in for a big offensive explosion tonight after Vance singled and Miller homered to start the game. But after that, Music's only given up 1 hit the rest of the game. And only one ball's been put in play ever since then. And that was the lone ground out put out that Fairmont's had on the other end. Despite the hiccup that Miller had with back-to-back doubles and a walk, he's been absolutely perfection along with Music as they go back to work once again. That one fouled into the screen. As Jace Wolf struck out in his first plate appearance. Count quickly to 0-2 here on the Logan second baseman. There's strike three as Wolf goes down on 3 pitches to start the inning. And right now, Music has the upper hand on possibly finishing this game, it would appear. Again, he's at 61 pitches as he starts the 5th inning. Miller finished at 68 pitches or 69 pitches to end the 4th inning. And Miller just coming right after, or Music coming right after these batters right now. He's not messing around as Owen Bryant stands in for Crew Blankenship, who had the other hit in this game thus far for Logan. And quickly Music ahead to 0-2. And strike three on the outside corner, as that was going to be outside for ball one, but Bryant saw that ball trailing, tried to foul tip it, but goes down swinging, and that is strikeout number 13 now for Owen Music in this contest. See here again, that ball started out of the middle part of the plate and then just kept breaking away. It looked like Bryant tried to hold up, but ended up going around on it. Now Gabe Goldie coming to the plate. And Goldie 0 for 1 in the tournament thus far, struck out, walked, and was hit by a pitch. So 0-1 the count. And that one misses over the head of Goldie. It's the first time we've seen Music lose a little bit of his control tonight. That may be only the first ball he's thrown this inning, in fact. Right now, Miller just leaning up against the fence in the dugout, keeping his concentration about him. Again, he's at 69 pitches. Going to be big. See how efficient he is next inning. He's going to try and make it to the end of this contest. And right now, Music humming along as he looks to strike out the side for the 4th time. And there it is, Owen Music continuing to just dominate and befuddle batters, as that is 14 strikeouts for him. 14 strikeouts, and he's still behind on the scoreboard as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Logan still clinging to a 2-1 lead. Back after this as you're watching the 2020 Little League State Tournament with us right here on Video Productions. Names or anything?
Yeah, can you just tell
the original lineup? Who's coming back in? Is Addix, Martin, number 23. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd here with you as we get ready to start the bottom of the 5th inning here from Central Greenbrier Little League Field. And again, the winner of this game moves on to play again later tonight against Mineral County to see who moves into the final 3 tomorrow. It'll be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for Fairmont as Larry Nichols stands in. He pops one high in the air. Is it playable? Getting towards the Fairmont dugout, and it falls harmlessly. That'll be strike 1. And again, Miller at 70 pitches now in this game. Or actually at 69 on the board. As we said, once you reach 85 pitches, that is the end of your evening. So Miller in a race against the clock right now, but still has to be careful to preserve this lead as Nichols foul, tips it back to the screen. Looked like it might hit him at first, but Nichols went around on it. Again, Nichols had the RBI double to center field. And his only plate appearance thus far, again, one of only 2 players to take a hit off of Miller in this contest. This time, Miller wins the battle as he catches strike 3, does Ellis. And that is strikeout number 13 now for the evening, as the only 2 players in the lineup that Miller hasn't gotten yet are River McLean and Garrett Bosley, who have yet to hit in this game. On the other end, trying to see is, I think the only player that Music hasn't struck out is Crew Blankenship in this game. Other than that, he came back to get Vance and Miller as well. There's strike 1. And this will be River McLean's turn at bat, batting for Landon Jones. Ball 1 in the dirt. So count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike. It's McLean, 0 for 4 in this tournament with 3 strikeouts and hitting to a fielder's choice. Ball 2 high. Miller, see him talking to himself now on the mound, taking a look back at the scoreboard. And the scoreboard has him at 74 pitches. We have him at 75, and there's strike 2 swinging. So now Miller looking for strikeout number 14 here on McLean, and there it is as he paints the outside corner. 14 strikeouts for Music, 14 strikeouts for Miller. Now the batter may be Garrett Bosley, and it will be. Bosley 0 for 2 in this tournament with 2 strikeouts. He's the number 9 hitter in this lineup. That pitch misses low, 1-0. If you're Miller, you'd love to at least get through this inning and then be able to at least face a batter in the 6th inning if he can get out of this quickly, but that one misses high, ball 2. So like I said, every pitch right now, very big for Miller to be able to continue on in this game. Like we said, 85 is as far as he can go. Fairmont would absolutely love it if they could get him off the mound for the 6th inning. There's strike 1 into Bosley. So 2-1 now the count. Again, Music appears to be in good shape to be able to make it through. He's at 69 pitches. Scoreboard says 79 for Miller, and there's strike 2 to Bosley. Again, we have it at 80 on our screen. It's now 80 on the scoreboard. So again, we'll have to wait and see which one's the official, or what the official book has upstairs. But nevertheless, here's 2-2. Misses outside, ball 3. So if Miller can't get Bosley out on this pitch, the next batter could very well be the last batter he gets to face in this game, as Ellis now coming out to talk to him. So again, with the pitch count rule, it does add a little extra sense of drama to these at-bats right now. And if you're Logan, the question's going to be, who are you going to go to in the 6th inning at this point? So it'll be interesting to see what Logan elects to do once Miller does reach 85, because he will reach it whether it be this inning or next. But here comes a big payoff pitch. No, little low, ball 4, and that's the 2nd walk given up by Miller. And a costly one, as that will bring up Owen Music now. And that also puts things back to the top of the order for Fairmont. So this will very likely be the last batter that Ivan Miller can face here tonight, as Van Gilder will come on to run for Bosley. So the tying run aboard now for Fairmont. Still only 2 hits on the evening against Miller. But now if they get one in a gap here, Van Gilder could very well tie this game up. Now the officials, looks like, trying to run through the changes here. And again, winner of this game gets Mineral County. Probably about 30 minutes at the conclusion of this game, or somewhere in that neighborhood. Mineral County winning 16-0 earlier today against Boone Northern. In order to get into their second elimination game of the day. Logan and Fairmont battling to stay alive right now. And again, the winner of the next game will move into the finals of the losers bracket to face the loser of Cerrito, Canova, and Sophia tomorrow. Like we said, whoever comes out of this, their pitching staffs are going to be really, really hurting. But the key is you got to get through this game in order to have a chance in the next one. And now Owen Music back to face Miller. There's strike one. Again, Miller has struck him out both times that he's faced Music today. Music with 3 hits in this tournament. And it was Miller who hit the 2-run home run off Music to give Logan their only 2 runs of the game. Curveball swung on and missed, strike 2. So that was pitch 84. Here will be the last pitch possibly that Ivan Miller gets to throw tonight. He'll get to at least finish the batter. So this will be it, no matter what, for Ivan Miller after he faces Owen Music, and suitably so that this would be the last batter he gets to face. Here comes the 0-2. Misses low and it gets away. Van Gilder taking off for second. They throw down to first, and boy, big scoop there by Adam Bason. If that ball gets by, that actually may have allowed Van Gilder to come around and score. I think Ellis just got confused at where the base runner was that time, throwing down to Van Gilder instead, or throwing down to Basin instead. So now a base hit could tie this game up. A 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. It gets in the dirt. Up with it is Ellis. He falls down as he throws, but it's in time to get Music as he tumbles over the bag trying to beat it out. And what an end to the evening for Ivan Miller. 15 strikeouts and 15 put-out attempts for the Big Hoss tonight. As the Logan fans check to make sure Owen Music is okay, and you see him just booking it down the line here. What a play, though, by Ellis as he threw that as he was falling down. And, boy, man, Music, you got to hope he's okay after that. Again, you see it here. It looks like his leg buckled as he hit the bag that time. Thankfully, he was able to get up and get off under his own power. Boy, that was a little bit of a scary moment for him, but thankfully he's up and hopefully ready to go as he'll come out for the top of the 6th inning. As we head home now, it's Logan still clinging to a 2-1 lead. Back after this as you're watching the 2020 Little League State Tournament right here on Video Productions.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
As a member of the military, a military family, or a veteran, the last thing you should have to worry about is your prescriptions. At your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, we'll transfer your prescriptions for you with no interruptions in service. Our pharmacists will be there to help answer questions and share tips and advice with a friendly, knowledgeable smile. And we're not going anywhere. We welcome military personnel and their families. Transfer your prescriptions today. Griffith & File Drugstore and Soda Fountain, 1405 Chestnut Street, Canova. Health Mart, caring for you.
Top of the 6th inning, we head in what has been a tense and tight affair all the way through. A pitching matchup and duel for the ages here in Little League Baseball between Ivan Miller and Owen Music is set to come to its conclusion. Chris Kidd with you, Butch Mounts, our engineer, with Brian Shepard, our statistician and graphic organizer. As the book closes on Miller, he's gone over 85 pitches for the evening. We'll run through that in a moment as this one's slapped to the right side by Vance, fielded easily over there by Floyd as he'll step on the bag for out number 1 as he retires Noah Vance. But Miller tonight, 5 innings pitched, gave up 2 hits and 1 run, walked 2, struck out 15 in 17 batters that he faced in those 86 pitches. So it's a little unfortunate that he can't finish what he started, but at the same time, the rule in place to protect their arms. Music is only at 71 pitches now, so he has a great opportunity to finish this out right here unless he were to get a little wild or Logan were to start getting some hits off of him here as he's pitched an equally impressive game tonight as he goes up against the only man that got to him here today, and Ivan Miller, as that one skips and misses out of the zone. 2-0 the count. Yeah, Music is yet to walk a batter in this game. He's got 14 strikeouts of his own. Now he falls behind 3-0. As we said, he hasn't walked anybody yet tonight. Miller only walked 2 in the contest. And he takes strike 1. Good location where he's had it all evening long on that outer half. Again, it was a leadoff hit from Vance and then a 2-run home run from Miller, and Logan's been able to make it stand. This one ripped into center field, and that will land in for a hit as Ivan Miller with his second hit of the game. Like we said, he came into this contest without a hit in the state tournament thus far, was 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts and 3 walks, but 2 for 3 tonight with a 2-run blast and now a single here in the 6th inning to go along with a strikeout against Music. And now you get Alton Ellis standing in. That one misses low. And Noah Vance is the man that is warming up right now for the Logan All-Stars. So it appears that the 6th inning will be his. The umpire calling time here, not sure what it is. Now it appears the umpire trying to tell the dugout to stay quiet while the pitcher is getting ready to deliver the ball. And there's a nice curveball by Music, gets Ellis out in front. Count it 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, again, we said that Music looked like he'd be able to finish this. Now he's already at 77 pitches with 1 out. There's another great curveball, swing and a miss, 1-2. Again, Logan's really not touched Music's curveball tonight that I've been able to see, and right there, not the case either, as Ellis goes down swinging for the 3rd time tonight. And that'll bring up Adam Bason. So this could very likely be the last batter that Owen Music could face, and could be the last batter he faces no matter what. He's at 79 pitches now. He's got 6 left in his chamber. And Adam Bason has struck out both times that he's faced him here tonight, as Music matches Miller with 15 strikeouts and pumps in a fastball to get ahead of Basin 0-1. This one chopped towards third and short, going to be slow roller, and it's bobbled and everybody's safe. As Bledsoe tried to hurry at that time, Miller completely took out the bag over at second base, sliding into it. And that'll bring up Bentley Williamson now. So Basin will reach on the air. And Bentley Williamson, who's 0 for 2, he struck out and grounded out to second. Fouls this one off into the screen, 0-1. And you know, Noah Vance in the dugout right now would love nothing more than an insurance run to help him out. He'll face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Fairmont in the bottom of the 6th inning. Again, Williamson nearly hit one out of the park on Saturday. Swing and a miss, he takes another big rib. Now the count 0-2. This will be pitch number 84 for Owen Music right here. Strike 3 on the outside corner, and Owen Music will end his night very likely at 84 pitches and 16 strikeouts. And now as the drama builds to its climax, Fairmont has to find a run in order to keep their season alive as they face Noah Vance in the bottom of the 6th inning. Back after this, you're watching the 2020 Little League State Tournament with us right here on Video Productions.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100-plus stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
As a member of the military, a military family, or a veteran, the last thing you should have to worry about is your prescriptions. At your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, we'll transfer your prescriptions for you with no interruptions in service. Our pharmacists will be there to help answer questions and share tips and advice with a friendly, knowledgeable smile. And we're not going anywhere. We welcome military personnel and their families. Transfer your prescriptions today. Griffith & File Drugstore and Soda Fountain, 1405 Chestnut Street, Canova. Health Mart, caring for you.
Bottom of the sixth inning we go as one of these two teams is about ready to say goodbye to the 2020 state tournament while the other has another elimination game coming up tonight. Chris Kidd with you, Brian Shepard, our graphic organizer and statistician today with Butch Mounts, our engineer, as Owen Music, unless this goes to a seventh inning, Music will close the evening. 6 innings pitch, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, struck out 16. And 23 at-bats that he faced, 16 of the 18 outs he recorded were through strikeout, while Miller, all 15 of the outs he recorded were through strikeout. Music at 84 pitches. Could face another batter if they get to the 7th inning, but the evening did end for Ivan Miller once he reached 86 pitches. Again, 85 is the limit. You can finish the batter you're on, but Miller is gone, and now the game belongs to Noah Vance. First pitch swinging into center field, and that is by into center field for a hit. Falling down, Lynn tries to recoup here, as it looked like Blankenship had a beat on it at first. Couldn't come up with a grab, and Case Lynn with a leadoff single. And if you're Logan, you're fortunate that it didn't turn into a double. Again, Blankenship had it and then came out of his glove. So that'll actually mean that Lynn reached on an error. And again, we have our view obstructed a little bit over here with the Logan fans up against the fence. So we're just trying to go with what we can see on our screen at the moment. But now, as we said, these teams have made each other pay when errors are made. And it was 4 errors yesterday that hurt Logan, and now a hit batter. Tanner Woodman on base. And now the potential tying run stands at second base, and the potential winning run stands at first base for Fairmont. Now you have the cleanup hitter standing in, and Deshaun Floyd, 0 for 2 against Ivan Miller, struck out on both plate appearances. Now Noah Vance really going to have to bear down here with runners on. There's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. As Williamson has moved to shortstop in place of Vance, Ellis still behind home plate. This one chopped on the infield, bobbled at third, and no play for Logan. And the base is now loaded here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And again, Ivan Miller had to leave the game because he had reached his 85-pitch limit. And now a drop fly ball in center field, a hit batter, and now another error have loaded the bases for Fairmont with Brady Bledsoe coming in. Now you see a courtesy runner, Landon Jones, coming up to first base. And now all of a sudden a base hit could win it for Fairmont. Noah Vance is going to have to find the escape trick of his life now to try and get out of this one. As we said, it was 4 errors yesterday that really hurt Logan against Sophia when that game was still in the grasp. And then Sophia capitalized on those 4 errors to extend their lead. And Logan just wasn't able to recover. And now you see meeting on the mound here is Doug Williamson running through the scenarios with his ball club. Again, the force outs are at any base at this point, obviously for Logan. Be interesting to see if they have the infield moved in here or not, or if they would concede a run up the middle again. There you see our schedule. Mineral County won 16-0 over Boone Northern in the first game. Logan and Fairmont currently going on, and then the winner of this game faces Mineral County coming up at approximately 9 o'clock, or maybe about 30 minutes after this game. And now it could be in Brady Bledsoe's hands. Nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Bledsoe struck out and has walked thus far in this game. Has had a home run in this tournament and has 4 RBIs. That one misses, gets away, and the runner thought about it as Lynn took 3 or 4 giant steps down the third baseline but pulled back. And Bledsoe, had he not bailed out there, that pitch was probably going to hit him, but he got out of the way just in time. And the Logan defense and infield is playing in here. That pitch misses low, and now 2-0. As they throw down to third, as Lynn really playing dangerous down there at third base is Lynn right now. At this point, I'm not going to dance off the base and try and create a situation where I could get thrown out. Now with the count 2-0 to Bledsoe. This one hit back up the middle, fielded at second. They come home. No, they don't. They throw to first, and it gets away. Here comes the runner to the plate, and Fairmont wins it 3-2. Oh, they called it foul. Wait a minute here. Let's see what's going on. Okay, the home plate umpire talking here. Was this a foul ball instead? Okay, let's see now. We've got a conference over here with the Logan dugout. Fairmont now trying to figure out what's transpired. As Wolf came up clean with that, it appeared, and then decided against coming home at first. Let's take a look at it here.
He's signaling delayed dead ball.
So let's see. Was there any kind of interference? Did the ball get stuck in the fence whenever it happened? Again, a lot of things trying to figure out here. As so let's see. I'm hearing the word interference thrown around right now. So we're trying to see what it is that was called. Well, we do see the Fairmont batter or base runners going back to where they were. So this game not over yet. And could it have been runner interference? And when you see all 3 Fairmont runners on base right now, catcher's interference is what we have instead. So that goes against Ellis. And again, they have the bases loaded still, but the score now 2-2. With nobody out. So the run does score. And now that will bring up Carter Mcknight. Strike 1 from Hunter Vance. Or Noah Vance, excuse me. And now anything hit on the infield, Logan has no choice but to come home with it. Anything to the outfield will win the game for Fairmont. There's strike 2. Mcknight had a double off of Miller, one of the only 2 players to get a hit off of Miller. Now time called. Again, this inning, Lynn reached on an error. Woodman was hit by a pitch. Floyd reached on an error, and now a fielder's choice. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strikeout for Noah Vance to retire Carter Mcknight. And that's the first leg of this for Logan. There's one away. Now you have Larry Nichols coming up. Nichols has an RBI double and struck out in the 5th inning. Again, the catcher's interference will go as an error on Ellis on that play. This one fouled off at home plate by Nichols. 0-1 the count. Again, Mineral County waiting in the wings. Could it be a rematch of that epic confrontation we saw Saturday night Or can Logan find a way out of this big-time pickle as that one fouled off by Nichols, 0-2. And if he can strike out Nichols here, that would be a huge, huge strikeout for Vance. Still one out. Again, anything hit here has to come home for Logan with the game in the balance. Vance readies himself. High fastball, and he struck him out. What a job by Noah Vance here. Back-to-back strikeouts of Carter Mcknight and Larry Nichols. And now the batter will be McLean. McLean in the 8th spot, struck out to start the 5th inning. And now Logan's defense goes back to regular depth. This one hit down the third base side, just foul. McLean jumped all over that first pitch, but ended up hooking it foul, so 0-1 now the count. You can hear the Logan fans trying to pick Noah Vance up here. Again, he's had a tough luck inning. But now 0-1, trying to extend this game. This one hitting to right field, and it is fair. And that will win the game for Fairmont as McLean singles down the right field line. And Fairmont will move on now to face Mineral County to try and move on to Tuesday in a drama-filled contest here between Fairmont and Logan. That was the only hit of the inning that Fairmont had, and McLean comes up huge as he laced it right down the right field line. And now we get a rematch of that 11-10 affair last week, or on Saturday night, excuse me. Technically was last week, but that 11-10 unbelievable affair, we will get that again coming up here in about half an hour. But what an incredible game this was. Again, we've had some of the best Little League games in a state tournament that I've seen since I've been doing it over the last 10 or so years. And that one right there just had all the drama you could want in a contest coming down to the end. Again, only the third hit Fairmont got all game. But again, 3 errors in the final inning for Logan end up being their undoing as Fairmont moves on now to face Mineral County to see who gets to the finals of the losers bracket tomorrow evening. Well, we're going to step aside for a little bit and just try and regroup after that game. Again, that was a very hard-fought, very well-played Little League game, and both teams have absolutely nothing to feel bad about after that. That was a fun game to watch, and we're glad we were here to get to bring it to you here tonight. So once again, Fairmont stays alive. They win it 3-2. Now they get to go through Mineral County, who won 16-0 against Boone Northern earlier today. We'll be back shortly here on Video Productions to bring you that game. So for Butch Mounts and Brian Shepard, I'm Chris Kidd saying see you soon here from Central Greenbrier Little League Field as you're watching the 2020 Little League State Tournament right here on Video Productions.